Discipline over comfort. Why forcing yourself builds. True Strength Jordan Peterson, Best Motivation Speech Script for Awaken Mindset, Introduction, There comes a moment in every person's life when comfort whispers louder than purpose. You know that feeling? The alarm goes off at 6 a.m., and instead of getting up to build the life you say you want, you roll over. You tell yourself just 5 more minutes, but 5 minutes becomes 30. 30 minutes becomes an hour. And before you know it, the day you once promised yourself would be different begins exactly the same. Comfort is seductive. It's warm, it's familiar, and it never asks anything of you. Comfort doesn't demand growth, discipline, or courage. Comfort says, stay where you are. Don't risk failure. Don't push. Don't try. And for a moment, it feels safe. But over time, that comfort eats away at your potential like rust corroding steel. Jordan Peterson often says that life is suffering, not because he wants to discourage you, but because he wants you to confront the brutal reality. Life is hard, and it doesn't get easier if you hide from it. If you avoid the weight, the responsibility, the struggle, life doesn't reward you with peace. It punishes you with emptiness. And that's why discipline matters more than comfort. Because comfort will not save you when your health collapses, when your career falls apart, when your relationships demand sacrifice, or when life hits you with tragedy. Comfort will abandon you when you need strength the most. Discipline, on the other hand, becomes your armor. It forges resilience, character, and the kind of power that makes you stand when everything else tells you to fall. You see, people chase motivation. They think they need to feel good before they act. They scroll through videos, quotes, or speeches hoping for that spark of energy to finally move. But here's the truth. Motivation is fleeting. It's a spark that fades as quickly as it arrives. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning even when you don't feel like it. Imagine this. 2 men want to get in shape. The first waits until he feels motivated. Some days he goes to the gym. Other days he skips because comfort tells him, you're tired, take it easy. The second man doesn't wait to feel like it. He sets a time. He goes, no excuses. After 6 months, who is stronger? Who is leaner? Who is more confident? It's not the one who waited for comfort to approve his choices. It's the one who forced himself to show up. That is the secret of growth. Forcing yourself when you don't want to. Because every time you push through resistance, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. You build evidence day after day that you are capable of more than comfort allows. The truth is simple, but not easy. Discipline over comfort builds true strength. And if you want a life worth living, if you want success, fulfillment, and meaning, you must choose discipline even when every fiber of your body craves comfort. This is not just about success in business, fitness, or finances. It's about the soul. Because every time you choose discipline, you align yourself with responsibility, purpose, and the highest version of who you could be. So today, let's dive deep. Let's uncover why forcing yourself is the ultimate key to growth. Why discipline outweighs comfort every single time, and how you can start applying it in your life starting right now. Section 1. The illusion of comfort. Comfort feels good in the moment. The couch is soft, the TV is entertaining, the food is convenient, and when you've had a hard day, no one would blame you for choosing the path of least resistance. But here's the problem. The comfort you cling to today can quickly become the prison that traps you tomorrow. Think about it. When you choose comfort once, it feels harmless. Skip the workout today, eat the extra slice of cake, procrastinate on the project. What difference does it really make? But when comfort becomes a pattern, the cost multiplies. Skipping one workout is nothing. Skipping a year of workouts is disease, weakness, and regret. Ignoring one hard conversation is nothing. Avoiding honesty for years is a broken marriage. Letting comfort decide your finances is not treating yourself, it's debt. Stress and sleepless nights. Comfort sells itself as happiness, but it's a counterfeit version. It tells you, rest now, enjoy now, you deserve it. And sometimes, yes, rest is necessary. But more often than not, comfort is avoidance. It is choosing short-term relief at the cost of long-term strength. Jordan Peterson warns against this because he understands human nature. Life demands responsibility, and when we hide from responsibility, we don't escape pain, we invite a deeper pain later. Comfort shields you from effort, but it also shields you from growth. Look at the world today. Many people are addicted to comfort. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant distraction. But ask yourself honestly, are we happier? Or are we more anxious, more restless, more disconnected than ever before? Comfort has not delivered happiness. It has delivered numbness, and numbness is dangerous. Because when you numb yourself with comfort, you silence the inner voice that tells you you could be more. You should be more. That voice doesn't go away, just gets quieter until life itself forces you to face reality. Comfort is an illusion. It looks safe, but it makes you fragile. It looks kind, but it slowly robs you of your power. If you want to build a life of meaning, the first step is to stop worshiping comfort as your God. Asterisk section 2. Why discipline builds strength? Asterisk. If comfort weakens you, discipline does the opposite. Discipline is the daily decision to choose what is right over what is easy. It's the training ground for true strength. Here's the paradox. The very things you resist are the things that transform you. Waking up early when you want to sleep. Saying no to junk food when you crave sugar. Speaking the truth when silence feels safer. Every act of discipline stretches you, strengthens you. It prepares you for challenges far greater than the moment itself. Why does discipline build strength? Because it rewires your relationship with struggle. When you stop avoiding discomfort, you stop fearing it. You begin to see that discomfort is not your enemy, it's your teacher. That's why people who practice discipline, whether in fitness, finances, career, or relationships, develop resilience. They don't crumble when life gets hard, because they've already practiced doing hard things daily. Peterson often says, pick up your damn load, not because suffering is glamorous, but because carrying responsibility transforms chaos into order. Discipline is how you carry that load. Without it, you collapse under the weight of life. With it, you stand tall. Think about athletes. A runner doesn't grow stronger by sitting on the couch. He grows by enduring the pain of training. A musician doesn't master the violin by practicing only when inspired. She grows by disciplined hours of repetition. Greatness in any field is built not on comfort, but on consistency. Discipline also builds confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you prove that your word matters. If you tell yourself, I will wake up at 6 a.m. and you do, your identity shifts. You stop seeing yourself as weak or unreliable. You begin to see yourself as someone capable, trustworthy, and strong. Strength, then, is not about lifting weights or making money alone. It's about becoming the kind of person who does what must be done whether you feel like it or not. That is true freedom, the ability to act on your values instead of your impulses. Asterisk, section 3. Forcing yourself, the science of growth. Asterisk. Why does forcing yourself to act even when you don't want to actually work? Science gives us the answer. Your brain is wired for efficiency. It loves habits because habits save energy. That's why it resists change yet wants the easy path. But here's the secret. Every time you push through resistance, you strengthen a new neural pathway. Over time, that pathway becomes automatic. What once felt impossible becomes second nature. For example, the first time you wake up early, your body screams for more sleep. The first time you run, your lungs burn. The first time you sit in silence to read or pray, your mind wanders. But if you force yourself to keep going, something shifts. The discomfort doesn't vanish, but your capacity expands. Soon, waking early becomes normal. Running becomes exhilarating. Silence becomes restorative. This is the principle of hormesis. The body and mind grow, stronger when exposed to manageable stress. Just like lifting weights, tears, muscle fibers, so they can rebuild stronger. Forcing yourself into discomfort stretches your mental and emotional capacity. Psychologists call this delayed gratification. In the 1960s, a famous experiment tested children with marshmallows. They were told they could eat one marshmallow now or wait and get two later. The children who resisted temptation, who practiced discipline, were found years later to be more successful in life. Career and relationships. The science is clear. Those who can force themselves to endure discomfort for a greater reward, the ones who thrive. So when you force yourself to work when you're tired, to study when you're distracted, or to save when you'd rather spend, you are literally training your brain for long-term strength. You're not just achieving goals, you're becoming someone who can handle life itself, asterisk. Section 4. Practical steps to apply discipline at home, asterisk. Now, let's get practical. How can you apply discipline in your everyday life? Start small, build big. Don't try to overhaul your entire life in 1 week. Start with one small act of discipline daily. Maybe it's making your bed, doing 20 push-ups, or writing down 3 goals. Small victories build momentum. Structure your environment. Willpower alone is not enough. Discipline thrives when your environment supports it. Remove distractions. Put your phone in another room while working. Stock your kitchen with healthy food. Set alarms to remind you of tasks. Discipline in health. Your body is the foundation of your discipline. Prioritize sleep, eat clean, exercise daily. Even a 20-minute walk is a declaration of discipline. Remember, a weak body makes a weak mind. Discipline in finances. Track your expenses. Save a portion of your income before spending. Discipline in money is freedom because it keeps you from living paycheck to paycheck. Discipline in relationships. Show up on time. Keep your word. Communicate even when it's hard. True intimacy is built on discipline, choosing love and respect daily, not only when it feels good. Daily reflection before bed. Ask yourself, did I live with discipline today? Write down your wins, your failures, and your next step. Discipline grows when measured. Remember, discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. You will slip, you will fail. But every day is a new chance to choose strength over comfort. Asterisk Section 5. The higher meaning of discipline, asterisk at its core. Discipline is not just about productivity or achievement. It is about meaning. Peterson argues that happiness is not enough. Happiness is fleeting, it comes and goes with circumstances. Meaning, however, sustains you through both joy and suffering. And meaning is born from responsibility. When you discipline yourself, you align with responsibility. You choose to carry the weight of your own life instead of waiting for someone else to rescue you. You choose to live not as a victim of comfort, but as a creator of strength. Think of the heroes you admire. Soldiers, leaders, parents, teachers, none of them lived for comfort. They embraced discipline because they understood something deeper. A meaningful life requires sacrifice. The paradox of discipline is this: the more responsibility you take on, the more meaningful your life becomes. And when life has meaning, even suffering becomes bearable. Without discipline, life feels shallow. With discipline, even hardship becomes purposeful. So discipline is not just a tool, it is a pathway to becoming fully human. To becoming someone who can stand in chaos and bring order. To becoming someone who carries not just their own weight, but helps others carry theirs too. That is true strength. That is true freedom. That is the higher purpose of discipline. Asterisk conclusion, asterisk comfort will always try to keep you small. But you were not made for smallness. You were made to grow, to carry weight, to become someone others can rely on. Discipline is the bridge from who you are to who you are meant to be. So the next time comfort whispers, take it easy, remember this: comfort will not save you, but discipline will. Discipline will build your strength, sharpen your mind, and anchor your soul when life tests you. And if this message speaks to you, if you feel that spark of truth in your heart, I invite you to take the next step. Join us here on Awaken Mindset. Subscribe. Share this message with someone who needs it. and dive into our library of powerful speeches and insights. This is not just about watching a video. This is about committing to a new life, a life of discipline, a life of strength, a life that matters, because comfort is easy, but discipline is freedom. And freedom is worth every ounce of effort.